Hi, class. I want to apologize for this being so um, late. It was a pretty rough day. What I'm going to try to do is put this into several segments and attach it that way so that it might make it a little bit easier for you to watch it in like maybe half hour or so segments. Just as an overview, the first is the PowerPoint that I posted, the Intimacy and Friendship. Take two is what I called it. Basically, this takes you through some basic attraction slash dating slash relational theories. Some of these can be applied to friendship, and all of these can be applied to romantic relationships. Um, a lot can can be applied to family relationships. So I want to start out with some ideas, some schemas on attraction and behaviors. Some of the things I decided to skip after I had collected these. A lot of these slides and notes are from just in higher interpersonal communication courses that I've taught in the past. So I try to reduce it down to what would be about a 3 hour, an hour and a half one Tuesday, an hour and a half on Thursday class. But I think there's even some things I'm going to skip just because they're not as applicable to the movie Rain Man, which is what we're going to view in class on Tuesday. Okay, so that said, let's go ahead and talk about the the first real slide of notes, which if you're following the PowerPoint, which might be a good idea if you can print it out, is the attraction schema. Basically, different social psychologists have cataloged different attraction schemas throughout the last, I'd say, maybe 6 or 7 decades. And probably one of the ones most widely used is the one I have here by Bull and Rumsey. And basically, or I'm sorry, it's Clatterbuck, taken from some research on Bull and Rumsey. And basically what this schema says, and again, this is one that seems to be used by more communication scholars and psychology scholars than a lot of other schemas. And that is basically, we are attracted to people on 4 different levels. And this is, in general, statistically speaking, the bell curve. Remember, the bell curve is that big shape where the majority of people are sort of in here, and that's what we're talking about, the majority of people. There's always the exceptions on either end. But again, for the most part, and this should come as no surprise to you, we are attracted to other people based on physical beauty, physical attractiveness. Some people call it chemistry, and it's been documented social scientifically through studies. We are attracted to people on a physical level. And again, more people are at least initially attracted to other people romantically due to this chemistry or these physical properties, physical appearance. There is a major study done. I'm sorry, my computer, I have to keep refreshing this. There was a major study done about 10 years ago, and I don't have the sites in front of me, but I can find it if anybody's interested. And there have been other numerous studies regarding the same topic, but there was a major one, and I think there were about 10,000 babies who participated. And basically what they did was they showed infants, I think it was from range about 3 or 4 months to like a year, a little over a year. And basically what they did was they showed these babies photographs, sort of like the old Polaroid, some type of photographs printed out. And some were considered by general Joe population as being very attractive. Someone who would qualify as Miss America or in some type of beauty pageant, and the same sort of, I guess, comparable level for men. And then some people who, again, by society would be considered a lot less attractive. Um, so I'm trying to think if it was our class or not, but there were some obese characters, I think, in the one speech. I think that Ashley gave, extremely obese people, that sort of thing, very unattractive people. And they showed these babies pictures, and babies responded much more favorably with, smiles, actual facial expressions, of happiness or excitement. And definitely there was a correlation between that and how babies reacted unfavorably to the pictures where the people just